This is exactly what I teach my beginner student on day 1 of lash training. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the first and most important lesson in the lash artistry, mastering the classic lash extensions technique. I'll show you step by step on how to prepare your tools, pick up your lashes correctly, ensure your lash base is flawless. Let's make these foundations of your lash career. Here are the tools we will be using today: a traditional isolation tweezers for separating lashes, a domain tweezer for classic lashes, a simple glue holder, a tray of C0.15 lashes, which I will attack on the mannequin head, mapping tape and spiky tape, a mapping pen for marking your work, and of course glue. I will be using King Glue version 2 for these tutorials. And don't forget, the faux lashes are the star of this show. Without them, we cannot get started. Now we will have everything ready. Let's dive in. When working on lashes, preparation is key. I will use spiky tape to secure the parted lashes over the mannequin eyes areas. This mimic working on a real person, so it's crucial to get this right. Keep in mind that mannequin lashes lie flat, unlike real human lashes, which are layered and three-dimensional. Practicing on a mannequin head is great for beginner, but it's only step 1. To truly master lash artistry, you will need to work on real people. But before you do, practice thoroughly on mannequins until you feel confident. Next, we will arrange the lashes. Today I'm using the length 14, 13, and 12. I will place them neatly on a mannequin's forehead for easy access during the process. It's important to use right tweezer for this job. Tweezers with a slight curve are perfect for classic lashes because they help with precise placement. Also, make sure your lashes are stable before you start. Stability speeds up the application process and ensure a clean and professional look. Before we begin attaching lashes, there's one crucial step that you should never skip: shaping. This step is essential to create a harmonious lash design. Today, I will be demonstrating one of the most basic and versatile shapes, which is designed to make the eyes appear larger and rounder. It's called the arch shape. To start, I will apply a piece of white tape here to help guide the design. The tape will act as mat for creating the arch shape. For this look, I will be using the lash length 14, 13, and 12. The 14 will go into the center to create the height of the arch, while the 13 and 12 lashes will be applied on either side to taper and blend. Now that we have our mat ready, let's move on to attaching the lashes. Alright, let's dive into the next step. The first thing you must always do is pick up the lash strand. After picking it up, use your fingers to gently separate it before dipping it into the glue. Once you have done that, attach it onto the natural lash where you want it to go. Now, I will be honest with you, sometimes we forget to clean our tweezers after sessions, like I did, and when that happens, they can get sticky and making it harder to pick up and attach lashes. Don't worry though, if this happens, just remove the lash and redo it. Let me show you again. Pick up the last strand, gently separate it and dip it into the glue, and there is a tiny drop at the base, and attach it. This process is very straightforward. Dip and attach. Make sure to remember this step when working, avoiding focusing on just one area. Instead, spread out the lashes evenly. For instance, if you have just attached a lash in 14mm sections, move on to 13 sections next. Spread them evenly, hold for a moment, then release. After that, continue with the 12 sessions. Here's another tip. Use your finger to lightly separate the lashes before dipping and attaching. Hold for a moment, then release. For beginners, it's crucial to pay attention to the lash bases. The spacing even and consistent, ideally less than 1 millimeter apart. That's what creates a clean and beautiful result. Next, go back to 30mm sections. Separate the lashes gently, dip the glue, and attach. If the lash tiles, just nudge it into the place to ensure it's perfectly aligned. Then release. After that, go back to 14mm lashes. Oh, one more thing, the camera doesn't quite capture my posture here, but let me tell you, it's super important to maintain the proper posture while working. If you sit in the correct positions, you won't feel as tired. You will have a clearer view of your work and you'll be able to position the lashes accurately. See how quite quickly and smoothly I attach lashes? It's all about having the right posture and technique. If you are just starting out, your hands might tremble a little, and that's perfectly normal. Almost everyone experiences shaky hands when they are new to lash artistry. Just yesterday, one of my students said, I have never had shaky hands before, but now I can't stop shaking. And I told her, that's completely normal. Everyone goes through this at the beginning. Just give it like 2 to 3 hours and it will stop. No one is perfect when they start, and that's okay. Don't worry, this is all about learning the process. The key is to push through those early challenges. For most beginners, the tremble lasts about 2 to 3 hours. After that, you will notice your hands become steadier and you will start to work more smoothly and confidently. Keep practicing, stay patient, and soon enough, you will see significant progress. Let me point something out. The practice lashes I'm using today are slightly tilted in the middles, which can make things tricky. If you're new, I recommend using lashes that aren't tilted or damaged to avoid frustration. That said, tail lashes can actually be useful for practice. Real clients' lashes aren't always straight. They can be curled, short, or grow in different directions. Training with different lash angles help you adapt better when working on real peoples. Beginners often follow the tails, making the set look uneven, but don't worry, it's not your fault. Just part of the training progress. Okay? With practice, you will gain control and precisions. Lash artistry isn't difficult, but consistency is key. Take every session seriously, and soon you will see the progress. When I'm training with students in my academies, I always emphasize minimizing chatting and joking around. Why is that? Because when you're talking and laughing, you lose focus, and when you are distracted, you won't retain the important step you need to remember. Lash artistry is an incredibly detail-oriented profession. You are working on someone else's eyes. That demands utmost care and precision. If you're joking and distracted, it's easy to overlook crucial details that can hold back your progress. So my advice is simple: stay focused, take every step seriously. Give that craft the attention it deserves. That's how you will improve and grow. To everyone watching this video right now, let me remind you, don't just watch. Grab your mannequins, your tools, and practice along with me. This is your time to not only learn but take actions. We are in this together, and while you're watching, why not make it a productive sessions? Follow along step by step. Let's grow together, one effort, one practice at a time, and I promise you will see the difference. So come on, don't let this just another video you watch. Let's make this moment where you truly start improving your skills. Take a look at this lash here. Can you see it? There is a spot where the base is slightly lifted. So how do we handle this? If you notice a lifted lash base while working, the first thing to consider is your client's comfort. If the client doesn't feel any discomfort like poking or irritations, you don't need to worry about removing it. You can leave it as it is for now. But if they mention feeling poked, irritated, or uncomfortable, it's best to fix it immediately by removing the lash. When you remove a lash like this, there will likely be some adhesive left on the natural lash, just like what you can see here. Don't worry, it is completely normal. You can simply reapply a new lash over the residue. Now, one thing to note is that the remaining adhesive just might take a little harder for a new lash to stick at first. That's okay, just hold it a bit longer and it will eventually adhere properly. Let me show you this up close. I'm zooming in with my phone for a detailed view. You might think this looks rough or messy. Don't worry. On a real person, this won't affect the final result. However, if you leave lifted base unattended for too long, it will reduce the durability of your lash set. That's why it's crucial to address the issues right away. Don't let them linger, or it could compromise the quality of your work. Pay attention to small details like the base alignment and spacing. These make all the differences between a good lash set and a great one. At this point, all you need to do is fill in the gaps where the lashes haven't been applied yet. Your lash set will be complete. If you notice any excess glue, just gently tap it to spread it out evenly before continuing with the applications. Zooming in for very little details like this is really make it easier to see what you're doing. It's a big help and it allows you to catch any small mistake. I recommend playing this video while you practicing. It's like having a friend sitting next to you, guiding you step by step. The more evenly you distribute the lashes, the more beautiful and polished your final set will look. Trust me, precision and evenness are the key to create a stunning lash set. Now let's move on to the inner corner of the eyes. When working on the inner corners of the mannequins, the technique will be entirely different from working on a real person. For a real person, you will have a different approach. If the lash falls off during the process, no worry, just gently leave it back into place. There's nothing to stress about. You might notice that the lash base I'm working on is slightly cropped. If the base hasn't lifted, you can leave it as it is, but if the base has loosened, you will need to remove the lash and redo it. Just follow the same step we practiced earlier. Hold the lash in place for a little longer to secure it. Once you have lightly applied the lashes, move on to the 30mm, working toward the middle sections. Step by step, keeping distributing the lashes evenly for the most balanced and beautiful result. Alright, let's continue. Now we will proceed with the next step. One important habit I recommend is working on both eyes simultaneously. That means you lay out lashes for both right eye and left eye and working on them parallel. This is crucial skill to develop because it prevents you from focusing on just one side and leaving the other for later. Imagine this, you have finished one eye but then clients certainly need to leave. What do? You can just stand them off with the one eye complete and the other bare, right? So always working on both sides at the same time to avoid such situations. Alongside this, make sure your movements are smooth and intentional. Remember the sequence of steps, what comes first, what follows, so you can work accurately and efficiently. Lash artistry is a skill that requires a lot of practice. If you're feeling discouraged, frustrated, or even questioning yourself, my advice is simple: let those feelings go. Don't let them hold you back. Everyone struggles when they are just starting. You are not alone in this. I tell my students all the time that those challenges are part of learning progress. Trust me, I've trained so many lash artists over the years, and every single one of them have faced similar challenges in the beginning. It's not just you. These initial obstacles are normal for anyone starting in this profession. You are not an exception. So take it one day at a time, push yourself a little further each day, and before you know it, you will look back and realize how far you have become. If this job were easy, everyone would do it. Lash artistry isn't exactly easy, but it's not impossibly hard either. With dedication, consistent practice, you will make it. Keep going. Alright, so now let's continue filling in the lashes. As you can see, the lash line is starting to look full and we are almost done. At this point, all you need to do is adding lashes to the empty spots. For instance, I will focus on the center area next, filling in any gaps to create a smooth and even lash line. Before we move on, I would like to share something meaningful. Killer Lash will be hosting a program to give back to children in difficult situations. This year, we will be distributing some school supplies, essential food items to support them. It's a small step, but we hope it brings joy to their lives. While we couldn't do more or provide bigger gifts this time due to the budget, I am determined to work harder and save up for next year. Hopefully, we can offer even more support to those underprivileged kids in the future. Now, let's add a few more lashes to the inner corner. The lash artistry professions require daily practice and learning. Don't think that once you have attended a course, you have learned everything. There's always room to improve. The learning doesn't stop in the classroom. Make it a habit to learn something new every day, whether it's from the mentor, peers, or even trial and errors. Everyone has their unique experience, and sometimes you will find that certain technique and advice resonate with you and help you grow faster. We are almost finished now, just adding a few final touches to the inner corner of the lashes. I've been working quickly today, so I haven't needed to replace the glue. However, when we are working, remember to replace the glue every 15 to 20 minutes to ensure its quality and effectiveness. Let's add some final 13mm lashes to fill in the last gaps. Sometimes the lashes might shift or look like they have adhered when they haven't, so take your time to double check. Lash extensions can be so relaxing to work on. For me, it's like meditations. When I'm doing lashes, my mind is focused on only the task at hand. There's no room for other thought. It's truly calming. Now on to the last few lashes in the outer corners. Remember, always keep your tweezers clean. If the glue starts to stick to them, use a cleaning solution to specifically for Tweezers. Never scrape glue off your fingers or tweezers. It can damage your tools. And good tweezers is an investment. Treat them with care. Let's finish up with the outer corner nails. I will add just 2 or 3 more lashes. Always make sure to adjust the lashes to keep them straight. Finally, I will add 2 more lashes to the inner corner, and then we are done. I have to apologize if the camera shakes a little. It's placed quite close, so my tweezer occasionally palm it while working on the inner corners. And we finish. Here's the final result for everyone to see. Remember to keep your glue neat and clean and ensure the spacing between the lash bases is even. The more uniform the bases, the more beautiful your lash set will look. When practicing on a mannequin, aim for perfections. Get as close as 10 as you can. On real clients, the result might drop to 8 to 7 due to various factors. But if you start with a 10 on Mannequin, you are setting yourself up for success. The first lesson in the lash artistry is the most crucial. It sets the tones for everything else you will learn. I hope this step-by-step guide helped you build confidence in your skills. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment with your thoughts or questions, and share this with anyone starting their lash journey. Subscribe to my channel and click the bell so you will never miss a lesson. This is Monica from Lash, wishing you all the best in mastering your lash craft. See you in the next video.